Shedeur Sanders strides onto the field in his #1 Browns jersey, helmet under arm, knowing this preseason opener against Carolina may well decide his fate. He's the team's 5th-round pick, cheaper, younger, and under club control for 4 more seasons, yet entrenched in a quarterback room crowded with veterans and higher draft investments. To earn one of Cleveland's 3 QB spots, he has to do one thing above all: outplay Kenny Pickett. 1. The quarterback hierarchy: Joe Flacco, QB1. The veteran starter, signed for stability. His role is locked unless injury intervenes. Dillon Gabriel, QB3, a day 2 selection with arm talent and early reps stacked in his favor. Teams typically protect their higher picks. Kenny Pickett, QB2, QB3, a former first-rounder on the final year of his rookie contract, owed $2.6 million in 2025. Pickett carries modest upside but ample draft pedigree. Shedeur Sanders, QB4, QB5, rookie cost-controlled asset with developmental promise, team control until 2029 and no hefty salary guarantees. Tyler Huntley and Deshaun Watson, insurance options. Huntley's a camp arm, Watson is sidelined, unlikely to factor into roster unless for emergency depth. NFL trenches rarely accommodate 4 quarterbacks. The industry norm is 2, sometimes 3 if a team believes in a developmental rookie. By Cleveland's count, right now, there are 6. 2 financial and contract considerations. Pickett's $2.6 cap hit is non-trivial for a number 2. Sanders' 2025 salary is a mid-4-figure rookie wage, practically pro bono in NFL terms. Roster spot economics: carrying Pickett over Sanders costs the Browns $2 million plus in cap space for uncertain upside, whereas picking Sanders frees that to bolster the line or add a defensive back. Control window. Sanders' team control through 2029 means Cleveland can develop him without renegotiation or free agent risk. Pickett leaves after 2025 unless extended at market rates. 3. Competition blueprint. Preseason Game 1. Sanders earns first-team reps due to injuries above him. He'll run 2 series per quarter, facing a vanilla Panthers defense with predictable coverages, the ideal stage to flash command of the huddle and timing on intermediate routes. Dropback mechanics. Watch his foot-to-throw timing, especially on 3-step versus 5-step drops. A 3-on-3 drill success rate above 80% is the bar for a young QB to impress coaches. Pocket presence. NFL pass rush will test him. His ability to dig out of a collapsing pocket and reset to his left or right will be contrasted with Pickett's similar drills later in preseason. High leverage reps. Red zone and 2-minute scenarios simulate game pressure. Sanders complete at least 1 red zone touchdown drive against first-team defenders, a critical spotlight moment. 4. Performance metrics to watch. Completion percentage on pass attempts to 10 yards measures if he can drive the offense downfield. Average time to throw, sub 2.5 seconds, signals quick processing. Anything above 3 seconds invites sacks. Pre-snap adjustment count indicates command and football IQ. Turnover worthiness. Touch passes over linebackers' heads without risking interceptions. Third down conversion rate. Converts 40% of third downs, predicts strong situational play. 5. Coaching staff's decision matrix. Rep parity. If Pickett and Sanders finish training camp within 5% on key metrics, accuracy, sack avoidance, third down efficiency, the financial and control factors tip toward Sanders. Developmental trajectory. Offensive staff tracks weekly improvement. Does Sanders' accuracy curve steepen faster than Pickett's? Locker room buy-in. Leadership and resilience gleaned from interviews and practices. Sanders' background: HBCU star, then Power 5 transfer, earns cultural capital, but he must translate swagger into execution. Health and durability. Both rookies' medicals are clean, but trainers note Sanders' quick recovery after sharp throws and hits, and intangible for a franchise craving toughness. 6. Potential roster scenarios. Scenario A, 3 QBs: Flacco, Sanders, Gabriel. Pickett waived, injured, or traded for a mid-round pick due to interest in Gabriel. Scenario B, 4 QBs, only if Sanders' Kyle preseason tape is catastrophic, or Gabriel or Pickett get hurt. Could Cleveland carry 4 QBs, preserving Pickett but risking losing Sanders on waivers? Scenario C, QB committee. Flacco starts, Sanders rotates in short yardage and hurry-up packages. Gabriel handles backup reps beyond Pickett, unlikely given complexity. 7. Broader implications. Sanders roster spot retention. validates the Browns' scouting and willingness to bet on quarterback pedigree over draft status. Pickett's market value: if waived, he could be claimed by teams needing experienced depth. Jets, Broncos, or Lions lurking. Gabriel's role shift: if Sanders overtakes Pickett, Gabriel solidifies as QB3, free to mentor and learn on game day scout teams. Flacco's mentor bridge: with Sanders or Pickett as QB2, Flacco retains the QB1 role with a clear understudy for next season. 8. What Sanders must do: 1. Maximize preseason 1. 2. Clean drives, 0 turnovers, 1 TD. 2. Sharpen mechanics. Eliminate overthrow on crosser routes, tighten release on outs. 3. Demonstrate toughness. Stand tall under strip sack drills, bounce up cleanly. 4. Echo coachable attitude. Absorb G-up audits, implement notes by next practice. 5. Ignite leadership. Huddle calls, last play corrections, audible chain of command clarity. 9. The final cut timeline, August 27th, roster deadline. Sanders must be more than a developmental candidate. He needs day 3 pick performance. Post-cut waiver priority: if cut, unprotected QBs pass through waivers in inverse order of previous season records. Cleveland could reclaim Sanders if necessary. Practice squad option: if edged out, Sanders is a prime PS candidate, giving the Browns 4 QBs in camp with potential elevation to the 53-man roster by week 1. 10. The high-stakes outcome: Shedeur Sanders' journey from Jackson State phenom to NFL roster mainstay hinges on outperforming a $2.6 million Pickett on every metric. A preseason spark could flip the QB room, rewiring Cleveland's quarterback of the future. If Sanders nails his audition, he'll secure not only a roster spot, but the Browns' long-term faith. A life-altering leap from fifth-round prospects to potential franchise anchor. If he falters, the investment calculus swings back toward Pickett's draft pedigree and immediate plug-and-play reliability. Friday's opener isn't just a game. It's the moment that decides which quarterback the Browns will bank their future on. With training camp in full swing, the Cleveland Browns are staring down a difficult decision at quarterback. Technically, the Browns have 6 QBs on the roster: Deshaun Watson, Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett, Dillon Gabriel, Shedeur Sanders, and newly added Tyler Huntley. Watson is expected to miss the 2025 season and could be out of the team's long-term plans. Huntley was brought in as depth after a string of injuries, leaving the real competition among Flacco, Pickett, Gabriel, and Sanders. For now, Joe Flacco is the presumptive Week 1 starter. Dillon Gabriel, a third-round pick, also looks safe. Teams typically give Day 2 picks every opportunity to earn a role. That leaves 2 intriguing roster questions: which veteran or rookie will occupy the backup spots, and who might be expendable? That's where Shedeur Sanders' future becomes interesting. The former Colorado standout, drafted in the 5th round, will get the start in Cleveland's first preseason game against the Carolina Panthers, his first live shot to climb the depth chart. But CBS Sports analyst Jared Dubin argues Sanders isn't guaranteed a spot on the 53-man roster. In Dubin's view, if Sanders wants to stick, he'll probably need to beat out Kenny Pickett. Pickett's presence complicates matters. Acquired earlier in the offseason for a modest return, Pickett is a former first-round pick who's owed about $2.6 million this season. From a financial and roster control perspective, Pickett isn't a massive investment, but he still carries more draft pedigree than Sanders. Meanwhile, Sanders represents a cheaper, longer-term option. The Browns retain 4 years of control over the rookie, compared to just 1 year left on Pickett's rookie deal. That math could tilt things in Sanders' favor, but only if he outplays Pickett on the field. The Browns aren't likely to cut Gabriel or Flacco unless something dramatic happens. Flacco's veteran presence and the team's for stability make him a logical starter. So the competition to watch is the one that doesn't always make headlines: Sanders versus Pickett for a roster spot that could decide Cleveland's quarterback depth for the season. The bigger question is why the Browns created this jam in the first place. Stockpiling QBs can be smart insurance, but it also forces difficult roster and salary cap choices. The club's insistence on keeping multiple young signal callers means only one of 2 things will happen. One veteran will be let go, or one rookie will be shopped or exposed to waivers. Bottom line, Shedeur Sanders' path to a Browns roster spot runs through Kenny Pickett. If Sanders can show he's the better option in live action,